Here's an HRS Industrial Ceiling Fan. This is a relabeled Canarm CP56. It is from March of 2000. Stamped steel motor and steel blades. What a nice hole in the canopy. So as we turn it on, we'll discuss it further. This is another fan that I got at this year's PA meet. I got this one from Brian, aka Brian FanofFans. And out of all places, it actually was not installed in an industrial environment. Nowhere like a hardware store, department store, or warehouse. It was actually installed in a big garage. And this was one of 12 fans that he got. This is fan number 10 out of the 12. So this person who had these owned a private property working on automotives and vehicles. And all 12 of these were installed. And the reason for that hole in the canopy is because it was wired up to not a swag kit, but some sort of industrial cable. So there were I don't believe there were outlet boxes anywhere, so nothing was concealed. This fan is reversible. Now, for a fan like this, how do you get reverse? This fan has 4 wires coming out of the motor. You have your black and white, and then you also have red and blue. The red and blue are the reverse wires. To get downdraft, you hook the blue and black to hot, and then the red and white to neutral. Now to get reverse, you swap the red and blue wires. The red, for updraft, the red and black goes with hot, and the blue and white go to neutral. And if you're using one of these for function, you have to reverse the blades. If you use it in reverse with the blades facing this way, you are not going to feel anything. And as we get to medium, it's starting to bog quite a bit. I think one of the blades is off weight. Yeah, there's quite a balancing issue. but it's starting to get pretty powerful. I will show this in reverse in a separate bit. It's very powerful. I do feel it's a bit faster than the gold lines. Very effective. I don't think this fan was used very much because the bearings are very good. Current draw is quite low. Pretty low current draw and such a high RPM is actually really cool. It's amazing. Blades are nowhere out of line. It's more so a weight issue. We're going to be here for a while because it's going to have a very long spin down time. HRS relabeled a number of industrials. However, they relabeled the fans and made their own twists. Of course, each industrial was made differently. Like I said, this I don't know what that was. Yeah, safety was HRS's biggest strengths. They used 3/4-inch down rods, a threaded down rod, a cotter pin through it, and a lock ring. They did make these in cast iron. Those I would really love to find. I think the blade pitch on this is steeper than typical, though I have yet to rival with a actual Canarm CP56. See how that compares to this. I do love the cast iron HRSs, but those, of course, were relabeled Caraway, if I recall correctly. I've seen industrials, the EnviroFans, that looked similar to Canarm. Somebody told me that they were bronze lines. I used a Hampton Bay 3-speed wall control for speed regulation. I tried a solid state and it was not very quiet. At least the one that I have. That's basically the only solid state control that I have. That would work for some applications, but for this one it didn't sound very quiet. This fan will have to be repainted. The blades are nicotine damaged. And obviously the bottom of the motor is pretty scuffed up. Yeah, I think I'm going to repaint this white. Fresher, brighter white. Man, these bearings are very good. I wonder how they were able to do that. And HRS phased out by sometime in the late 2000s. Alright, and there you guys have it. An HRS Industrial.